When you take a user support call, there's a specific order for how things should happen. It starts with your greeting. You want to avoid curt greetings, such as just saying tech support, and conversely avoid lengthy canned greetings, such as thank you for calling Giganticom Technical Support Services. This is John Supportman, CCNA, MCDST. My goal is to provide you with a perfect 10 support experience. How may I provide you with excellent customer service today? Oh, please. Make it authentic, friendly, professional, and respectful. Something like this. Tech support, this is Don, may I help you? After the greeting, you go into the active listening phase. This starts when the caller begins to explain the problem. After the initial explanation of the problem, be sure to get a callback phone number just in case you get disconnected. During the active listening phase, give the caller verbal cues so he or she knows you're still there and paying attention. This is also the phase where you gather information, such as the software version that's installed and similar information, to ensure you're providing the correct solution. After the active listening phase, move into the gain agreement phase. This is where you repeat the problem and get confirmation from the caller that you understand what the problem is. You might say something like, I'm going to repeat back the problem just to make sure I understand what it is and to ensure I'm not missing anything. Then repeat it back to the caller and ask if you got it right. After the gain agreement phase, you move into the apologize, empathize, reassure phase. In this phase, if an apology is warranted, offer one, but only apologize if the problem was caused by you, your company, or a product or service for which you're responsible. Of course, an expression of sympathy and understanding for the user's difficulty is always appropriate, as long as it's authentic. You can empathize by using empathic statements such as, I understand, I don't blame you, I'd be upset too if that happened to me, or anyone in your situation would be upset. One word of caution here, don't say you understand if you don't. That will only make things worse. Instead, be authentic and say something like, I've never been in your situation, so I'm not going to pretend I understand. I'm sure if I were in your shoes, I'd feel the same way you do. The reassure part of the equation means that you take ownership of the problem and let the user know that you're going to see it through to its conclusion. Use phrases such as, I'm going to take care of this personally. Or if you have to escalate it, say something like this, I'm going to escalate your ticket to level 2 and I'm going to personally monitor it to make sure it's taken care of. After you finish the apologize, empathize, reassure phase, you're ready to do the actual problem solving. One comment about handling problem solving. If the user remains on the phone with you while you're working, every 20 or 30 seconds, say something to let him or her know that you're still there. Something like, I haven't forgotten you, I'm still working on it. Problem solving, however, is not the final phase. The last phase is confirmation that the problem is indeed resolved. That's where you ask if the problem is resolved to the user's satisfaction, and do not close the ticket until the user confirms that the issue is resolved to his or her satisfaction. If there's time and the user doesn't seem to be in a rush, you can ask the other two questions that go at the end of a support session, which are you satisfied with the way I handled your problem? And is there anything I could have done better? But if the user seems to be in a hurry, don't ask the last two questions. You must always, however, ask the first question to get confirmation of resolution before hanging up and closing the ticket. Now here's an example of how to handle a support call.
Good morning, technical support. This is Andrew. May I help you?
Hi, I'm having a problem accessing the network share. I've clicked on it at least a dozen times, but it still won't open, and I've got a report due in a half an hour. Can you fix it?
Well, let me get that taken care of for you. First of all, let me get your name and phone number or extension just in case we get disconnected.
My name's Janet, and I'm at extension 931.
Thanks, Janet. Can you tell me what operating system you're using and which network share you're trying to reach, please?
It's a brand new computer, and it's got that strange start screen with all the pictures on it. I think it's Windows 8.
Yes, that's Windows 8. And which share is it?
Oh, it's the K drive.
Got it. And have you received any error messages?
Yes, it says something about permission denied.
Alright. What's your user ID, please?
Janet at soundtraining.net.
Okay, thanks. Now, I know this may seem silly, but let me just make sure I understand the problem. You're not able to access the network share on the K drive from your Windows 8 computer. You get a permission denied error, and your user ID is Janet at soundtraining.net. Do I have everything right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that's happening, especially while you're in a hurry. I can take care of it right away from my computer. Do you want to stay on the line with me while I fix it, or would you prefer for me to call you back?
I'll just stay on the line.
Okay, this will just take a moment. There may be some silence while I'm working on it. I haven't forgotten you. I'm still working on it. Okay, it should be working now. Can you check it while I'm still on the line, please?
Okay. Hey, great, it's working. Thank you.
My pleasure. So does that take care of the reason for your call?
Yes, thanks again.
Is there anything else that I can help you with?
Nope, this is great.
Please call anytime. That's what we're here for. Have a great day.
Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, what about in-person support calls instead of on the telephone? Well, the same 6 steps still apply. You still have to offer a friendly, professional greeting. You must still do active listening and gain agreement to ensure you correctly understand the issue. You'll still apologize, empathize, reassure. You've still got to problem solve, and you certainly don't want to leave without confirming that the problem is resolved. Whether it's on the phone, in person, in a chat session, or even an email, following these 6 steps will ensure that you manage the support ticket or situation in a professional manner that will reflect well on you and your department.